Welcome to this edition of Three Outs. Yes, it is back as Ole Miss is your national champion. I am here in Omaha, the last night in this Airbnb that's been home base for the last few days. I think I moved 3 times, 4 different locations throughout this more than a week stay in the College World Series. And I've been here for a while because, like I said, Ole Miss is the new national champion. Maybe this house is a bit of good luck. We were told by the host that Tanner Allen of Mississippi State, his parents stayed here last year for the College World Series. Obviously, the Bulldogs won, and now it's been home base here the last few days for Ole Miss claiming the 2022 College World Series. I tried to use the old template from the old Three Outs, but it is not active. I could not make that work. So we're doing the best we can. Pardon all what we've got going on here. We will be back into a normal schedule soon when I get back to Oxford finally after this long stay. But a few things sticking out to me today is I've got one story up, more coming. The post game show that Neil did, that will be up in podcast form as well. And what really sticks out right now is just the emotion of today. Ole Miss winning 4-2 over Oklahoma to claim the national title. Mike Bianco gets his national championship after being so consistent for 2 decades. You look at what Tim Elko's done. those older guys have just being through so much. Justin Bench during his career, it's been 2 super regional game 3 losses. It's been the COVID season, and then now he is a national champion as well. There was tears, hugs, everything you would imagine from an emotion standpoint. Mike talked about that it's too early to really know exactly what it feels like, but at the same time, just getting over that hump and wanting it for the players. He was celebrating, he was happy. I saw him hug Cammy and talk to so many different people, but wanting it for Tim and those players that came back and have gone through the middle of the season that was so bad to claim this thing here, putting together just what was a remarkable turnaround. Ole Miss 7-14 as we're talking about with the beginning of May. Since that point, 18-4 on the way to a national championship, 10-1 in the College World Series. Just a phenomenal story in so many different fashions here for Ole Miss, a program where you were wondering if a coaching tenure was going to be ending as well if they had not gotten into a regional. Instead, they are they're the best team in the country. But as I wrote about today, they're the best in quotes team. It is so much leadership, playing for one another. Neil mentioned it during our post-game show that we had talked about not having jerks or different things, but through the turmoil that they've gone through, it played as a positive. It ended up being a deal where they played for each other. It was a different guy every day. It's been a special team from that standpoint in ways that I don't know that we even understood as it was happening early on. I think it took at least getting to Hattiesburg before you started noticing, no, there's something different here. They're picking each other up. They're playing for each other. They're doing all those things that they sound like cliches, but they're really not. It's what this team has been built off of. Is sure they've got the stars, but it's everybody doing something all the time to propel them to what has been just a fascinating, dominant College World Series for the Rebels. They probably won this thing on Thursday, knocking off Arkansas. I think Arkansas or Ole Miss would have been favorites over Oklahoma. Oklahoma, really good starting pitching with Jake Bennett and Kate Horton, but Ole Miss had the better team. They did. They had the better team. And the second thing that pops out is Jacob Gonzalez breaking out today. Hits the big solo home run in the 6th after not be looking very comfortable over the last few games. He was 0 for 4, 3 straight games prior to today, where he gets 3 of Ole Miss's 6 hits. The top College World Series draft prospect for the 23 class, and Jacob Gonzalez, he was phenomenal. He gets the single early. He hits the big home run, and then he gets the single that helped catapult things there in that 8th inning. That you look at that 8th, and it had everything that has sort of encapsulated this Ole Miss team, because they were down, they get behind, you're down 2-1, you're trying to figure it out, you're trying to not go into a game on Monday. And there was belief there. TJ McCants, who has struggled for several weeks with a thumb injury, he gets the big 2-run home run on Saturday, and then he leads off the ninth. He leads off the 8th, gets the base hit. Bench making a great decision. I'm going to write about this in a few minutes. He sees McCants stealing. It was not a hit and run. It is a straight steal, and Bench shoots it through the 4-hole because the second baseman went to cover the bag, and it was a huge gap there. So Bench kind of taking upon himself, putting that thing in motion, moving it first to third, and then Gonzalez drives McCants in. and on and on and on it goes on two wild pitches. The crowd was involved with that. I think the crowd definitely played a factor on Jimmy Crooks struggling behind the plate for Oklahoma. And at that point, it turned into a celebration. It turned into a coronation for the Rebels for the College World Series and the champions. They're going to come back home 2 o'clock at Swayze Field tomorrow. That is Monday, right? Yeah, today's Saturday, Sunday. On Monday, 2 o'clock is the celebration of the Walk of Champions. Sorry, not Swayze Field, the Walk of Champions. There'll be a parade on Wednesday as well. So a couple different chances to see the Rebels. And most talented team that Ole Miss has ever had, no, but the team that persevered, the team that overcame so many things, the thing that threw the scar tissue to bed, the team that threw "We Are Ole Miss" and a negative connotation to bed. Every time there was a chance for that to creep back in, for the fans to get some doubt, for the players to get doubt, somebody stepped up, be it TJ McCants, be it Hunter Elliott, Mason Nichols, Dylan DeLucia, the most outstanding player of the College World Series, maybe the most important recruit in Ole Miss school history when you talk about tenures changing and not winning titles and different things. I was talking to Nick Suss about that. He said Elko might be in the same vein, but nonetheless, DeLucia's made so many things happen. Somebody stepped up all the time. It's been a different guy constantly. And that's what this Ole Miss team, to me at least, is going to be remembered by, is that it wasn't one guy. It wasn't necessarily the stars. John Gaddis, the winning pitcher for the final game of the College World Series, a guy who deferred medical school and transferred to Ole Miss from Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Everybody had a hand in it. Ben Van Cleve's speech to his team after SEMO, just get to 14-16. They did. They get to 14-16, and they are now national champions. Peyton Chatagnier, by the way, one thing that did stick out, his defense has been incredible this entire College World Series. Chatagnier finishes the year not having an error since February 27th. He went basically the entire season. He had 3 straight errors in 3 straight games, or an error in 3 straight games. Not one since then for Chatagnier. So Ole Miss Dog Piles at the College World Series at Charles Schwab Field. They are your 2022 national champions. Plenty more coverage. Really happy for the players, for the coaches, for you fans. You deserve this. It's, you've led the country in attendance. You've been some of the best fans, the best fan base in America for a while. You deserve a national title, and you get that here today. So from Omaha, we will have plenty of coverage, more podcasts, a lot of stuff going on. But those are my quick thoughts. Here's a little different version of 3 outs from the Airbnb in Omaha, Nebraska. So next time I talk to you, it would be on the road tomorrow or back in Oxford. So I hope all of you guys enjoyed it. Stay safe when you're celebrating, and we'll talk again soon.